Hello everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel Stoicism Explainer. Today, we're embarking on a journey through time and wisdom, exploring the nightly routines of Stoics. In a world that often seems more chaotic and fast-paced than ever, the Stoic philosophy offers us a beacon of tranquility and purpose. As the day comes to a close, the Stoics had a special way of winding down, reflecting on their actions, and preparing for the challenges of the morrow. These nightly rituals were more than just habits. They were profound practices that empowered them to lead lives of meaning and virtue. In this video, we'll unveil the secrets of 7 nightly routines practiced by Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca. These timeless practices are designed to help you find clarity, resilience, and inner peace in the midst of life's challenges. Whether you're a Stoic enthusiast or new to the philosophy, get ready to embrace these rituals that can transform your nights and, in turn, your days. So, if you're curious about the Stoic way of life or just looking for inspiration to enhance your nightly routine, you're in the right place. But before we delve into the wisdom of the Stoics, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up to join us on this journey to self-improvement through the nightly rituals of Stoicism. Now, let's step into the world of the Stoics and uncover the 7 nightly routines that can lead us to a life of wisdom and serenity. Marcus Aurelius once spoke of a haven of unparalleled serenity and freedom from disruptions, a place none other than the depths of your own soul. He encouraged retreating within to seek counsel from one's inner self before confronting life's challenges. Marcus Aurelius, who reigned as a Roman emperor from 161 to 180 AD, is revered as one of the last of the 5 virtuous emperors. His renowned collection of personal reflections, known as Meditations, emphasizes the pursuit of inner peace. While he often stressed the importance of embracing the day with early rising, he also underscored the significance of retreating inwardly to find tranquility. Drawing from his writings, we can glean insights into his nighttime routine. In this video, we'll delve into 7 practices that Marcus Aurelius likely engaged in during his evenings or late afternoons, and how we can adapt these practices to our modern lives. Let's commence. I kindly request that you refrain from skipping any part of this video. If you're here, you stand apart from the majority, an exception to the rule. Act accordingly and absorb each chapter. Thank you. Number 1. Minimize external stimuli. Marcus Aurelius asserted that the power to withdraw into oneself is always within reach. It's well documented that he used his evenings to disconnect from the world. While his philosophy encourages us to seize each day as if it were our last, he also championed setting aside time for self-reflection, to unburden himself from stress and disengage from external influences. External stimuli encompass the external factors that affect our senses and bodies. In our modern society, we are constantly bombarded with external stimuli, particularly in our interactions with people and technology. To meet the surface-level demands of our lives, we often overload ourselves with tasks, commitments, meetings, emails, and deadlines. This frenzy robs us of our freedom and peace of mind, despite our efforts to strike a balance between work and personal life. As a result, we often return home feeling drained, overwhelmed, and anxious. Our nightly routines often involve catching up on social media, watching television, or attempting to tackle last-minute emails. To regain our clarity of mind, we must reduce external stimuli and declutter our thoughts. Your evening routine should be a time devoted to your own well-being. This likely means eschewing many of the customary evening activities, and introducing new ones that genuinely enable you to disconnect and focus on self-care. This involves powering down your technology at least half an hour before bedtime to seek tranquility. A simple guided meditation, a brief body scan, or a calming breathing exercise can serve as your path to tranquility. Mindfulness meditation aids in soothing an overactive mind and allows you to attune to your physical sensations. Such meditative practices offer an inner sanctuary, and incorporating them into your nightly routine can be remarkably beneficial. Number 3, reflect on your day. Marcus Aurelius posited that nothing possesses the power to broaden one's perspective as effectively as the methodical examination of all that unfolds in life. The Stoics held the belief that the most opportune moments for reflection were in the morning and at night. This involved preparing for the day ahead by recording morning thoughts in a journal and reviewing the day that had transpired. Marcus Aurelius composed his meditations with the express purpose of scrutinizing his own daily life and thoughts to attain personal clarity. He maintained a constant vigil over his daily choices and actions. The Stoics underlined the significance of remaining mindful of one's actions and dedicated time at the day's end to assess the events as a means of fostering heightened self-awareness. This form of contemplation was akin to presenting a case in a court of law. You recollect and evaluate your day through a self-examination of your daily decisions and actions, systematically reviewing them. This process is not meant to be judgmental, but rather serves as a compassionate assessment that steers you toward making improved choices in the future. You can integrate this daily review into your evening routine by allocating time before bedtime to recap the just concluded day. Revisit each moment from the time you awoke until the present. Ponder your various choices and actions throughout the day. What did you excel at today? What emotions did you experience? Which aspects of your day were unsettling? What insights can you draw from the day's experiences? What remained unfinished but you would have liked to accomplish? Daily reflections assume a central role in Stoic philosophy. They assist in gearing up for the upcoming day by jotting down what you aim to achieve that day. Furthermore, they are essential for ascertaining whether your daily actions align with the person you genuinely aspire to be. As an example, during your day's review, you might recall a less than pleasant interaction due to a misunderstanding while ordering your morning coffee. You can identify how this encounter left you feeling uneasy and irked. You'll reflect on the time spent dwelling on that encounter and its impact on your morning disposition. You can contemplate alternative ways to handle such situations or recognize their insignificance in the grander scheme of your day. By becoming aware of such events, you equip yourself with a heightened sense of mindfulness when similar circumstances arise in the future. Allotting time at night for reviewing your daily progress constitutes a pivotal step toward living a Stoic life. Before we move on to the 4th point, I extend my gratitude to each one of you for being a part of this discussion. Pursuing knowledge and shedding ignorance is one of the most noble endeavors a human can undertake, and you've taken that step. I kindly ask you to consider subscribing to this channel and, if possible, liking the video. Number 4. Ponder your inner wisdom. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, just as mastery of reading and writing necessitates a mentor, so does life. A sage is an individual acknowledged for their expertise, wisdom, and discernment in a specific domain. Many people look up to a sage as a role model. Stoics dedicated time to contemplate their own sages and whether their actions resonated with those of their chosen role models. For Marcus Aurelius, his sage was Zeno, the esteemed founder of Stoic philosophy, and he often inquired, "What would Zeno do?" The practice of contemplating your role model should ideally occur each night, affording you the opportunity to reflect on your day or on your own identity, and to inquire, what would your role model do? Your role model can be a person you know personally or an abstract representation of an ideal individual. It's crucial to possess a well-defined vision of this person, enabling you to evaluate whether your actions align with the values of your role model. As part of your nightly routine, allocate a few minutes to recollect your role model and inquire, did you conduct yourself in accordance with your role model's principles? How can you enhance your actions tomorrow to bring them closer to your role model's ideals? What traits of your role model did you observe within yourself today? Integrating a few minutes into your nightly routine to contemplate the situations you encountered during the day and your alignment with your role model's values can heighten your consciousness of your choices for the upcoming day, enabling you to evolve into a better individual, someone you deeply respect and admire. Number 5. Embrace a broader perspective. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, contemplate the entirety of the matter of which you possess only a small part, and the entirety of time to which a brief and fleeting period has been allotted, as well as the workings of destiny and the insignificance of your role in them. Marcus Aurelius advises us to examine life from a cosmic viewpoint or to gain a higher perspective. This higher perspective involves broadening your outlook on life, observing yourself and your daily experiences as if from a third-person vantage point, detached from personal emotions and anxieties. It's well documented that Marcus Aurelius, during his evenings, would engage in reflections from the cosmic perspective to transcend his limited personal viewpoint. In today's world, we are inundated with myriad distractions. When we step out, we are bombarded by advertisements, news, opinions, and diversions. Even when we're not at work or with family, we often find ourselves engrossed in our phones, listening to the radio, watching television, or using the computer. This constant bombardment leads to mental exhaustion, leaving us with limited room for contemplation and introspection. Our attention is captured by apps, games, videos, and TV shows, making it challenging to confront our problems, anxieties, stresses, and commitments. To address this, the Stoic practice of adopting a higher perspective can be employed to alleviate the burden of our concerns by shifting our focus beyond ourselves. You can initiate this practice by dedicating a quiet moment in the evening to observe your immediate surroundings, your physical presence, your home, and the people with whom you share your life. Begin considering their perspectives, how you relate to them, and the issues, aspirations, and fears they might carry. Expand your view to encompass your own city and reflect on the diverse lives of those around you, lives of which you know very little. They too have dreams, fears, and hopes, just like you. Continue to widen your perspective to encompass your entire country and extend it further to embrace the global scale, contemplating the lives of people all over the world, across different countries, social strata, races, and cultures. Contemplate the challenges faced by those less fortunate. Continue broadening your viewpoint to encompass the solar system, the universe, and the entirety of existence. When we observe ourselves from this elevated viewpoint, we come to realize that we are not isolated individuals, disconnected from the world around us, but rather integral parts of a greater whole, actively participating in everything that surrounds us. Viewing ourselves from an external standpoint assists in perceiving our own selves and our concerns with greater objectivity. By distancing ourselves from the worries, anxieties, and problems we encounter, we gain a clearer perspective with reduced emotional attachment and an improved capacity to comprehend their origins and potential solutions. It becomes easier to place these issues in context. If you find yourself feeling down due to someone's insult, try this exercise. Many emotional hurdles can be surmounted more easily when we view them within the context of a broader perspective. Arguments and minor conflicts often appear inconsequential in this larger framework. Many of our problems tend to diminish when we compare them to the challenges faced by others, or when we consider the vast expanse of space. Number 6. Dedicate time to your family. Marcus Aurelius advises us that both those with long lives and those facing imminent mortality relinquish the same thing, for what can be surrendered is solely the present, given that it's all you possess. What you lack, you cannot lose. For Marcus Aurelius, the end of the day was reserved for being with his family. He held deep affection for his children and wife. Despite his prominence, fame, and hectic schedule, he did not neglect them. In the evenings, he would tuck his children into bed and share a tender moment, silently reminding himself, "Do not hurry this. It may be the last time you do it. There is no assurance that both of you will see another morning." He cherished them and valued the most important presence in his life before wishing them good night. This he repeated for as long as he was fortunate to live. The Stoics employed contemplation of death as a practice to underscore the impermanence of life. A renowned nurse in Australia, dedicated to the care of terminally ill patients, noted that one of the most frequent regrets of the dying was their desire to have spent more time with their families. Patients often lamented missing their children's formative years and the companionship of their partners due to the demands of contemporary life. Families typically spend just over half an hour of quality time together during the week. And even when they gather, many parents report that the time is marked by silence in front of the TV because they are engaged in reading, playing computer games, or are simply too fatigued to converse. Similar to the Stoics, if we regularly contemplate our own mortality and remind ourselves that there may come a day when we or our loved ones won't awaken to embrace the beauty of life, we may take steps to devote more time to our families and frequently express our love and affection. Family time is a vital element in nurturing strong bonds, fostering love connections, and nurturing relationships among family members. Quality time with family aids in addressing challenges, instilling a sense of security, conveying family values, and bolstering the confidence of children. Number 7. Prepare for the mornings. Marcus Aurelius advises us, do not delay in your actions. Marcus Aurelius placed great importance on rising early every morning, using this as a foundation for a morning routine that optimized each moment of life. He regarded sleep as a restorative experience, not a time for yielding to laziness. A morning routine held significant significance for Aurelius, and part of this routine commenced the night before, as he prepared for the day ahead. The Stoics adopted the practice of preparing for the day by setting aside time in the morning to rehearse their upcoming day. They contemplated their goals for the day, prepared for potential scenarios, and reflected on themselves. These types of reflections were conducted by many Stoics, both in the morning and evening. To begin, you can prepare the night before to make your morning easier. This might involve selecting your attire for the next day, organizing your work essentials, or having a clearly defined morning routine to follow. Think of it as a checklist of tasks already determined the night before, saving you from the mental burden of decision-making upon waking. Remember this: the more decisions you make throughout the day, the less effective they become. Reserve your mental bandwidth for minor choices, such as your morning attire. This approach not only benefits your mental well-being, but also renders the act of waking up a more enjoyable experience. Preparing for the following day as part of your nighttime routine will not only facilitate your morning routine, but can also alleviate anxiety about the day's tasks ahead. If you found this video insightful, be sure to explore our Stoicism playlist for more content that can guide you towards success and happiness using the wisdom of ancient philosophy. Don't forget to subscribe. That concludes my contribution. Thank you very much.